I'm Ramsey the loud one.
I'm Jesse the short one.
Put us both into one, we are.
Lots of noise, always too fast, lots of laughs. Here's our podcast, the loud and short of it. Hi, and welcome to the loud and short of it.
I'm Ramsey the loud one.
And I'm Jesse the short one.
This week we got another fucking awesome game for you. See, last week we were building businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We were making them, we were pitching them, and Mark Cuban loved it.
Man, did we build some beautiful ones.
But this week we're doing my favorite thing. We're taking current businesses and we're ripping them down to the fucking ground. Let me tell you, it's not from the ground up. There's no building afterwards. We got two stacks of cards here. One of them is businesses that are established in the United States or wherever the fuck, I can't remember the rules. And we have problems that these businesses are going to fucking face. And we're the gods who are going to put them through the fucking problems.
Oh, I thought we were we're destroying them with the problems.
Wow,
okay.
Glad you're keeping up.
Yeah. We haven't even started the episode and I'm confused.
Jesse was like, oh, I got to save capitalism. Chucking all the notes out.
Okay. Right. Should I go first since you went first last week?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. The business that I am destroying, not saving, Amazon.
Oh, boy.
A personal favorite of the podcast.
Oh, boy.
Just starting off strong. And the problem they're facing is Jaguars, which I believe normally
there
it's
are lots
people
of Jaguars in the Amazon
that are dealing with the problem of Jaguars. But now this is Jeff Bezos. Mm-hmm. This is the entire Amazon conglomerate is dealing with
family.
The Amazon
family, you clown.
It felt bad to say. Is dealing with Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Now these aren't the Jaguars you're thinking of right now. Their problem is absolutely not big panther cats. Their problem is that a small European car company is taking over the fucking markets.
Okay.
So what I did as Jeff Bezos is I kind of was like, we're selling everything on the internet, just destroying mom and pop shops. What we haven't destroyed is car brands. We started selling the Amazon car, and we came at every different segment of the car market. We started with normal. We took over Honda Civics, crushed Honda. They don't exist anymore. You buy Amazon cars.
Thank God.
Took over BMW. We started selling luxury versions. No more Lexus, no more BMW. Blah. Then we tried to take over whatever kind of cars Jaguar makes. Kind of luxury, but fast, and nobody buys them anymore. Only
it's like
old
a Maserati, but not really.
Yeah,
it's like a
exactly.
boomer Maserati.
A boomer Maserati. So we tried to get into that market, and boy, did Jaguar get mad. They were upset by this.
Okay.
So what Jaguar did is they gave up on their shitty business model of selling fucking cars no one wants in 2020, and they started selling books on the internet.
Oh, my
God. Then they started finding mom and pop shops in Europe.
Time's a flat circle.
Stealing their ideas and selling things for 10% less than what other people were selling for with 1 day shipping. 1 day shipping. Actually, instant shipping. They used Jaguars to transport the product quicker than any U-Haul truck could.
I was about to say, I was getting so excited. I didn't even think about the car brand. I thought you were going to be like, so Jeff Bezos wants to be the next Joe Exotic.
No. Anyways, Jaguar ran us completely out of business by selling it 10% less than Amazon, but worldwide.
So Amazon's downfall were cats and books.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell, man.
It was a poetic justice in the end.
Part of me was worried that you were going to call back to 1,000 years ago when I made the bit where I sprayed myself silver and pretended to be a Jaguar.
You were pretending to be a car. Oh, was it a Jaguar car?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. If anybody got that reference, my God, you've been listening a long time.
This was hard because now I'm trying to think of what do I judge that you're taken out of Amazon? Because last episode I was like Mark Cuban. I don't. Yeah, I'm God this time.
Okay.
I think
what
you
does
did.
God think about?
I think you did an excellent job. I did not see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Amazon.
Yeah.
Great service.
As any good God would.
Great service, but the devil provides it. I liked how you took a fucking car manufacturer for old rich white men and used it against an old rich white man.
Yes.
A 10 out of 10, an S tier rank, whatever the fuck have you.
Beautiful. Well, that's a deal, God.
Yeah, good job. Amazon, you're out. Also, I exist. Fuck you. All right, getting into my business breaker.
Yes.
We got Pinterest.
Okay.
And it will be destroyed mercilessly by Too much wine at Christmas party.
Normally, Pinterest makes the most money when there's too much wine at a Christmas party.
Now let me take you back to Pinterest.
This is too perfect. I want y'all to know at home we did not set these
No.
They're randomized.
Let me tell you about Pinterest inception.
Yeah.
In 2000, no, fuck it, who cares? In 2000, there was a wine party. I wanted to make it after Y2K. I was going to say 1999, but you got to get the fear out of there.
Yeah.
In 2000, there was such a fucking wine party, and everyone got together, all these old white women, and we're just like, you know what? We fucking love arts and crafts. Do you know what we'd like more if we digitized it? And so Martha, the Pinterest baddie of 2000, started building her fucking empire.
Yes.
Now she builds and builds and builds, and she becomes the massive fucking conglomerate of pin boards, wherever the fuck have you, for all your creative needs. There's a lot of Timothy Chalamet content on there. It's a little weird. I think he's only 17. But anyway.
It's a Tumblr for boomers.
It's Tumblr for boomers. Anyway, what Martha didn't see coming was that, 20 years later? 20 years later, there would be another wine party.
Oh, man.
But the problem was it's
a
at the
post-corona wine party.
It's at the top of a fucking skyscraper.
Okay.
And Martha did something stupid where she was making a PR move. She was like, we're going to invite everyone who works at Pinterest, even the underpaid interns. Everyone's get as drunk as they want. And a bunch of interns had too much wine, and they ate Martha. They cut her up and put her on a pin board.
Oh, God.
And then they ate
falling
her.
off the skyscraper. Why are they on a skyscraper?
It was so much cooler. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do Die Hard or just murder her. I wanted options.
Okay. As God, I like it. I got a better view of the party.
Yeah, we get to see Martha pinned up on the fucking board.
In pieces?
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet was there. He liked it. He was 17.
Okay.
We got a deal or what?
As God, I disapprove.
Keep Tim out of this.
Of 17-year-old Timothy Chalamet showing up to a Pinterest party with cougars. That being said, I appreciate the non-cougars murdering the alpha cougar to destroy the Pinterest brand.
You the girl who took Martha's head, you know what her name was?
What?
Martha.
Oh.
The circle continues. You know what Martha did at that party in 2020?
Started tumbling.
She had too much fucking wine.
And started.
And she used the money she stole from Martha to start her own business.
Is it Michael's?
Pinterest.
You're done. You're done. Okay.
I'm building a narrative here, man.
I've got Boeing.
Oh, shit.
They make planes and other
Thank
destructive vehicles, if you didn't know. And I got, can't read your handwriting, Gun Misfire.
Gun Misfire.
Why are these all perfect?
I don't know.
Okay, so we all know Boeing. We all know they should have ended a long time ago. A bunch of their planes keep blowing up and misfiring and disappearing. But they haven't.
Okay.
And but there was one final straw that broke their back after Mr. Boeing got away with supplying multiple countries with horrific acts of violence and losing passenger planes.
Man, I just don't know enough about Boeing. I'm horrified right now.
But then one time, a Boeing 747 was flying to Mars because it's 2050 in my world. You know this because you're God.
Yeah.
Even Martha 2 is dead.
Oh, fuck.
And
With the 40.
they're flying to Mars, and Elon Musk bought out Boeing in 2030. It's dark times ahead.
Okay.
And what he did was he held a Second Amendment only lovers free cruise to Mars on a Boeing 747. So everyone strapped up, got ready to go shoot some fucking Martians, and they got in a space-prepared Boeing 747.
Okay.
Very little seating. Lots of room for guns. It had a shooting range on the plane.
You don't need to sit down when you're shooting.
Exactly. Anyways, one of these knuckleheads came out of the shooting range on the space plane and misfired because he didn't learn proper gun safety because he's a fucking idiot.
Okay.
That bullet, did it hit anybody? Of course not. That would be tragic. What it did was it tried tried to shoot out a window. Bulletproof. It's a spaceship. It's not going to hurt the spaceship. It bounced around, and because there's no gravity, and this is how bullets work, it went forever. It never stopped.
It magic bulleted?
And then, after not hitting anybody and bouncing around, it killed every person on the plane.
Magic bullet.
And who was on the plane? Elon Musk, the president.
Okay.
And everybody else that was on the Boeing 2050 executive board. And all their investors. And a bunch of second rights people.
Just one fucking knucklehead took down a conglomerate.
Just down and out. Everyone assumed they made it to Mars because they couldn't radio back home. And everyone was like, well, good thing they're fucking
I was
gone.
about to say, the people of Earth's best case and worst case are the same.
Yes.
Best case, they never come back. Worst case, they never come.
They can never go to Mars.
Yeah. Well,
There's also all dudes on the plane. They did not think it out ahead of time. They had no return trip plan.
Well, I would just like to say that I'm proud of you for destroying Boeing with a magic bullet. I think that when I was inventing gravity, I was short-sighted at the potential to take out 1 million people on one ship.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything negative about you, guys.
Yeah.
You should have turned the gravity down a little.
Yeah, I'm glad this has been corrected. I might adjust my settings and, and controls. But yeah, I'll take this. This will happen.
Perfect. Thank you. You
Uh,
got something to look forward to.
now my business destruction. Southwest, more planes,
More planes.
and car crash. Okay. All right, motherfucker. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about one of my favorite movies. This movie is called Live Free or Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
In it, the oh fuck, he's a police officer. Fuck. Anyway, John McClane. This is an alternate universe where police officers are good people. John McClane sees a helicopter who's shooting at him, and he gets in a car.
ACAB, EJC. All cops are bastards except John Wayne.
McClane.
McClane.
And no, this is an alternate universe where we don't even have those problems.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he sees this helicopter, and naturally,
As God, I know about the alternate universe. I don't know why I stuck us in this one. I'm so sorry about that.
not super jazzed about it.
Yeah, I'm not a good God. I'm just God.
But anyway, John McClane sees his helicopter, and then he also sees a Ford Taurus. And he thinks, you know what? What better way to fucking rock this movie, get going, than getting in this motherfucking car and just woo, and just crashing that helicopter.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. John McClane gets an idea. He says, if I could just easily destroy this helicopter, then I can easily destroy the Southwest Airlines headquarters. And he gets in the biggest fucking car available, a Hummer.
Okay.
And it's electric, so he's not destroying the environment.
And no one can hear him coming.
Yep, and he pins it, and he goes off a big ramp, and he bounces off of 5 helicopters on the way up,
Ooh.
goes straight into the propane tank area of the Southwest CEO headquarters.
Well, I put the propane tanks in there because I knew it was coming.
Yeah, and then
I also made the physics work for John McClane.
Yeah, and then the Southwest just stops making planes. They're like, "Oh, we can't afford this. We lost all our propane.
They just become a region again.
Yikes.
Wow. As God, I had to help you out a lot there with the planting of the propane and with the physics.
Yeah.
But I was happy to do it. Southwest, your
propanes.
peanuts on flight were not up to my standards, so I was okay with John McClane ending your entire business.
Thank you. I will go to my other police
That's-
force buddies and have them destroy other airline.
That's something that I don't
CEOs.
get asked enough as God. People
What?
always come out to me and they say, hey, could you make my team win the Super Bowl? Could you feed my family this
And they're
week?
never like, what's the deal with airline food?
They're never like, what's the deal with airline food? They're never like, hey, God, how do you feel about this peanut or that peanut?
There
Really
was one
fucked up.
man. There was one man who was
Yeah.
brave enough to ask.
Yeah. That's why he was one of my chosen people.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure about that last bit. Okay.
Then we got Invesco.
Thank God.
They handle IRAs, 401ks, that kind of stuff. No, I'm not doing it.
Dude, that's insane.
I'm not doing it. And we got Science Experiment Gone Wrong.
Tell him what that fucking card you threw away was.
That card I threw away was liquidation, and I was tired of the cards being fucking perfect. It It was bothering me.
It was
That shuffle was the worst thing ever. We didn't even pair them up at any
No,
point.
We did it.
Okay, so Invesco. They've been at the game for 400 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just been taking people's money and investing it and then taking a small percentage out of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's been working real well for them. Stock market's been improving since the dawn of time. But then they decided to try a science experiment. What they did was they bought all the Bitcoin there was because it was worth so much money. And they invested everybody's money in Bitcoin. Keep in mind, Invesco, big company. It's a lot of people investing in Bitcoin all at once. Bitcoin becomes $1 billion. $1 billion per Bitcoin. And Invesco has all the Bitcoin.
Okay.
Then everyone comes. They're like, I need to withdraw my 401ks. Who's withdrawing 401ks in their IRAs? Old people. Young people don't withdraw that. They withdraw it. Invesco's done an amazing job for them. They're all millionaires now. They're set no matter how little you were putting in every paycheck. But it's all in Bitcoin. The old people don't know how to use the Bitcoin.
No.
The price of Bitcoin plummets to nothing. It's not worth anything anymore because only old people have it and they don't know how to fucking sell it. It's worth nothing.
God damn.
And then Invesco falls into nothingness and no one uses them anymore.
I would like Bitcoin better if you actually got little gold coins. And you got to break off little pieces of them and handed them out to the old people.
I'm not going to get into nerdy stuff, but you can get little gold coins imprinted with your the numbers that you need to access your Bitcoin.
Neat. I'm glad we took down Invesco through a science experiment that was buying Bitcoin.
Yes.
Okay.
It went very wrong.
As God, I just want to tell you that
You don't understand Bitcoin either.
no. You also thank you for liquidating in your science experiment.
Yes.
Okay, on to the next one. You're now God. Congrats. Yeah. All right, we got Facebook. And the president hates you for a specific reason.
This could not have gone worse or more perfect.
All right, now let me tell you about what's it called? Facebook?
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about Facebook.
The Book of Face.
Now, the president, what's his name?
Barack Obama.
No, don't
This was
don't
in
say his name.
2008.
Don't look back on brighter / also bad times. Donald Trump hates Facebook, and here's why. Facebook is a slave to the left, naturally. Every supporter of Donald Trump knows that Facebook has done all it can to keep Donald Trump from getting in office. It's the first time and especially the second time.
This is a very scary as God, I need to intervene here.
Oh no,
there's somebody watching at home being like, yeah, everything you're saying,
facts,
big facts, yeah.
So what the president does is the president thinks, okay, what's the best way I could take down Facebook? Misinformation. Something that they are clean and crisp about.
Yeah.
They keep that shit. Look at it shine. The president disseminates $800 billion worth of fucking misinformation onto Facebook, and Facebook's just sweating because they've never dealt with this before, and they're just chilling, and they all let it go. And they just stop caring. And then Facebook eventually, being a left-leaning company, Facebook just decides, well, you know what? We're so inundated with right-wing propaganda, we're just going to shut down. We're going to take all of our money and donate it to the NRA, and we're going to just we're going to make theme songs for President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make merch for him, and it's just that's it. Facebook's
You've made
gone.
a lot of money. You made Facebook make more money. You're supposed to destroy them.
Oh, but they're not a slave to the left. So I've destroyed their left-leaning ways.
Okay. As God, that was too close to this dimension and this reality, and I'm bothered.
No, are you out on giving Facebook misinformation?
I'm out.
Donald Trump.
I think they've already got too much misinformation. So you failed the God test.
Pitter patter. Here or there.
Let's get at it.
I hear both ways.
I've got Google.
Thank God.
Another one of those left-leaning companies. And catapults.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So, you've been on Google in the past year?
Nope.
No? Haven't been
I
on past 3
Bing.
years.
I use Bing.
When was Bing invented?
I'm God. Of course I use Google.
Okay.
Sorry. I was cosplaying as an idiot.
So, how Google likes to change the logo so that you can click it and learn about an interesting fact of the day. They used to do it like once a month or every once in a while. Now it's like daily.
No, but keep going. Didn't know they did that.
You've never seen it when it like on Pac-Man's birthday, it became a Pac-Man game. You could play Pac-Man in the Google logo.
I'm always just on the search bar, like the.
Oh
the,
man,
the-
okay.
the
Well, you're missing
URL
out.
bar.
There's always interesting, cool
It's a
art
bummer.
and stuff going on in the Google logo.
They got a great no internet game.
Anyways, one day it's the birthday of the catapult. And Google's like, oh, well, we'll obviously change the Google logo into some type of cool catapult and make it so if you click the logo, you can learn interesting information about catapults. But little did they know about basement-dwelling Reddit nerds that are part of r/trebuchet and how they fucking hate catapults with a weird and a weird passion that only 20-year-old white men have.
Exactly. They got a lot of time in their fucking hands.
No fucking kidding. And the privilege to carry it through.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do is single-handedly destroy one of the biggest biggest
Countries?
companies in the entire world. Fuck it. They're
You'll
bigger
be
than
right.
some
Well, I'm
countries.
God. You're going to be right in 20 years.
20 years. We don't have that long. Anyway, so a bunch of angry 20-year-old white dudes that spend too much time on Reddit are going. Saying trebuchet is throwing me off for the next minute. It's hard work. Are going to demand that Google change their logo to a trebuchet forever. Google will listen to their demands because they're so afraid, and everyone else will be like, what the fuck happened to the logo? This looks terrible. I just want old Google back. They'll stop using it. They'll switch to Bing, or Ask Jeeves is going to make a big comeback. And then we're instead of saying Google it, we're going to say, why don't you just ask Jeeves?
See, when I created Google, Mr. Google,
People don't know that, but Google was started by God.
Yeah, I created Mr. Google. He's like an amoeba that I brought up from. He used to be a frog, made him a person.
It's actually the second coming.
And so what I did was I was like, you're going to make such a great fucking horrible invention. But what I also did was I had a concurrent project, and his name was Jeeves.
Jeeves.
And I asked him a lot of questions. His name was actually originally Timmy.
Tie back.
I accept your fucking downfall of Google from anti-trebuchet acting.
I'm surprised you accepted it. I would have thought God hated Reddit just as much as Google.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I just heard white dudes were angry about catapults, and I was like, dude, fuck, the Crusades again. Like, they fought so hard for me. All right, well, let's get into the next big business.
Okay.
We got the Home Depot
Home Depot.
and a shotgun wedding.
Boom.
Oh, fuck. Now, let me tell you something about Home Depot.
Yep.
Home Depot was started by two men in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was named Ramsey, and one of them was named Jesse.
Okay.
This was 87 years ago.
I am God, and that makes sense.
Yep, everything checks out. So essentially what happened was that Ramsey was just a storied bachelor for all his life, and Jesse got married at 19. And they started the Home Depot and this grand fucking empire. And then years went on, and then one of Jesse's daughters became 25, and Ramsey, being an old man who's very rich, was like, you know what? Here we go. And I wooed his daughter, and I filled her belly with my festering seed.
God does not like this imagery.
And then Jesse, I'm at the Home Depot because I work the floor. I like to keep myself grounded. Jesse,
As most CEOs do.
Jesse kicks in the door, and I grab a 2x4 to defend myself.
Oh, wait, you are Ramsey?
No, I said Jesse kicks. I'm Ramsey. Yes, I am Ramsey.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you about my friend Jesse, what he did to me.
Okay.
I'm actually 90 right now. So Jesse busts in the door, and Ramsey grabs a 2x4, and I'm ready to defend myself. But I notice that Jesse has something I don't. It's a shotgun. And he goes, bells are ringing, boy. It's wedding time. And me and him build a giant altar in the middle of the Home Depot. And we have a wedding where I wed his daughter.
And that destroys the Home Depot?
And then you say, I'm liquidating the company because you fucking got my daughter pregnant.
I was paying a reverse dowry to you. The other owner of the company.
But you also took all the money and you left me and your daughter penniless.
Oh, okay.
So I had to start a company called Southwest.
Which would have a very storied future.
Yeah, now at 95, I'm another billionaire. How do you feel about that, God?
So as God, I'm very close to Jesse.
Naturally.
He is my son. He is a demigod. So I don't like the way he was treated in this universe. But it built some character.
Yeah.
Gave him some hair on his chest. So yeah, it's a good one. Good job.
Yeah.
Home Depot's gone now.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me Bank's daughter.
I got Nintendo
My favorite.
and a Tenet-style catastrophe. If the audience hasn't seen Tenet, there'll be no spoilers here. Some time stuff happens.
Nintendo is actually spelled the same frontwards and backwards.
Yes.
Yep.
People don't know, but in Japan, it's actually called Oddnetnin. Oddnetnin. And that's why it's Nintendo in America, because we're on the other side of the world.
Oddnetnin.
Oddnetnin. No one's seen Tenet, but okay. So, we all know the storied past of Nintendo. They did successfully in Japan, and then they started an American company. And I'm gonna get way too nerdy, but it didn't do that well, and then it did amazing. That's all you need to know.
Mario they make.
Which was based on a plumber that worked not a plumber, but a janitor that worked in the building.
Hope he got royalties.
And
God remembers that stuff.
And Kirby is based off an accountant that Nintendo had at Nintendo Offices America. Just more cool tidbits because I know if I get God on my side and give him nifty Nintendo tidbits, he'll be more peaceful.
On your side, I'm really not on Nintendo's side. I don't think they got royalties for their likenesses.
Well, that's why this will be interesting.
Aw, fug.
Little did they know that because of the way time works, anytime you base a character off of an existing person and don't give them adequate royalties, they become that character in 100 years' time. So, Mario came out in 19... and then in 20... he became Mario from the game.
Mm-hmm.
All this man had to do was walk around and find a mushroom. That's what he did. He ate that. He grew to be twice the size of every other man.
Shit.
He went on to play in the NBA at the age of 108. He was 14 feet tall, and he just dropped baskets. Fucking amazing. Best player in the world since Kobe.
I feel like he would suck ass at shooting, but this is beside the point.
He didn't have to shoot. He dropped it in.
Oh, there
he was
it is.
14 feet tall. Anyways, that wasn't enough for him. Eventually, he was like, I'm a billionaire, being that he was that good at basketball. So
they gave him a team.
Yeah, he went on, and he used all of his money in pursuit of a very specific plant, a plant that's on fire. And he finally found the flaming plant in the middle of the Amazon, and he ate it, and he gained the powers to shoot fire out of his hands.
When the fuck is this going to go backwards?
What?
When the fuck is this going to go backwards?
Follow me. Follow me.
Okay.
Follow me.
Okay.
Anyways, so now Super Big Mario Man has fire powers. He uses the fire powers to rip a hole in the space-time continuum. And what would you find if you were to do that?
John David Washington. Travis Scott.
Every single dead accountant. We all know dead accountants live in a parallel universe typing numbers away to keep the world working. And who does he find in there? Fucking Kirby. He brings Kirby out. Kirby can control space and time because he's a god.
Oh, it's been 100 years, so he's the guy from the accountants.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, fuck me.
But he was dead, so
Yeah.
Mario had to go back. So now Mario and Kirby are together in the future. Kirby speeds time back to the moment that they were both working at Nintendo America at the same time. Then they fucking kill everyone there because they didn't get royalties.
Oh, no.
And Nintendo's over.
How did it look backwards?
If you watch it in reverse, two video game characters lose all their money, die, then be reborn, get really, really boring jobs at a video game company.
As God, I would just like to say there were exactly the amount of Christopher Nolan type catastrophes that I expected out of that.
I felt it was very Christopher Nolan for there just to be a random accountant universe that got opened up in some random moment.
I agree. I think that who's playing Mario? Is it Matthew McConaughey? Just say yes.
Sure.
I'm God.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, you know what, man? I gotta be honest. He's the best one we've had so far.
Also, there's no strong women characters
Oh, perfect.
in the entire universe I've created.
Princess Peach goes on a spiel about love.
Yes.
And how it's the strongest thing, stronger than flower power.
Which we discovered it wasn't. Love has never destroyed Nintendo.
I love you, Chris Nolan, but fuck you, man. All right, this is the last one.
Okay.
We got Apple.
Oh, a good one to end on.
Too easy.
It was guillotine.
All money is now grenades. Now, this is the one I'm so fucking excited for. Apple is a company with a storied history. Stephen Jobs built them, yada, yada, yada. I get in the backstory with all of them, but I'm not going to do that this time.
Yeah.
Apple has billions in offshore accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. All money is now grenades, and you're God. And I'm going to utilize you.
Okay.
You and me are going to work together. Think about it. Okay. Every dollar.
This is the first time I've gotten to be directly involved.
Every dollar in the U.S. currency is somewhere. That's correct, right?
Yeah. Nothing is
Perfect.
digital.
I'm glad you're keeping up. I was worried about you.
Gold is meaningless.
So now, the money is fucking grenades.
Yeah.
So what we do is in all those offshore accounts, that's where we just start. All the money in those offshore accounts becomes grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Banks everywhere. Fucking boom, kablooey.
Oh, they blow up automatically?
Bada booey. Yeah, fuck
okay.
it. Who cares?
They're primed grenades.
Yeah, because you're God and you help me out with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that doesn't matter because every fucking American is dead. Their bank accounts have killed them. The whole world is nothing. There's the most disadvantaged on earth are the only ones left.
Oh, wow.
The meek have inherited the earth, and they're using
As
Apple
God,
products.
that is something that I can get behind.
They're using the Apple products, and this is Steve Jobs' worst nightmare. He comes back from the dead, and
His branding is ruined. The poorest can afford an iPhone.
He has a special protocol that self-destructs all of Apple iPhones, and now all Apple phones are grenades.
Oh, God.
So we've taken down Apple.
And the entire world with it.
We weren't getting out of that.
The only way we're taking Apple down is with the whole world going out with it.
It's going to be a team effort.
Man, as God, I got to say that's my favorite one so far.
Thank you.
You truly gave a second coming.
Thank you for working with me.
You gave a rapture and everything else.
It's so rare you're fucking cooperative. Thanks for helping me win all those football games, though.
Of course.
That's
really what I care about.
Well, so wraps this week. We got to play God again, which is our fucking favorite.
I kind of like being Mark Cuban more.
Yes, I feel less evil. Oh, man. But so concludes this week's fucking Break a Business. You ever need a business ripped apart, just give us a call. We'll take care of it for you. Just give us some Jaguars and some Steve Jobs ghosts.
In that order.
Yeah. Jesse, what do we got next week?
Next week, we're going to have a monthly movie review. Theaters around us are open again. Mm-hmm. We are still doing our best to quarantine, but we've got a theater near us that's doing a terrific job of keeping people safe and socially distanced and wearing masks, so we will have 2 new movies to review. Yep. Hopefully you can find a way to view them as well.
God willing.
Or don't watch them and just listen to our beautiful takes on them.
Yeah, you want to hear about Tenet? on the board, I have Tenet and Tenet bet backwards. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening.
Yep. Thank you.